Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator, hello. Everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator. Oh, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Cleaning up a mess here. Cleaning up mess. so, guys, hello, hello. So, yeah. Oh, okay, guys. So I hope you're well. I'm organizing cards here. Okay. So this is it. Okay. So now, sorry here, just finishing up. Okay. So guys. Okay. So I'm just gonna quickly go over. And I have updated some of the questions since again there was an issue with the link. So now the link works, and so I just wanted to go over a little bit the questions. Okay. Before we get into further discussion. So I feel like I ended up developing several questions about Giuliani and the whole thing with Ukraine. Okay. So in the middle of the week, there was this news that Trump was, I think it was middle of the week or last week or something, Trump was holding up aid to the Ukraine unless they did a fake investigation into Biden's son. Okay. So once that became public, they ended up releasing it like yesterday or something, the aid to Ukraine. Okay, it was 250 million. Okay. So this is it. Okay. So this is it. And then so as I'm saying, I'm just kind of like, I don't want to, I just want to make sure I follow, the rationale here, guys, because it's pretty detailed. So that's it. Okay. And then there's, but Giuliani is very involved with the Ukraine. He goes to Ukraine a lot. So I feel like there's something going on there. And as you know, Manafort worked in Ukraine. So even though it's Ukraine, it's a good point of entry to the Russians. Okay. So in other words, he would be much more of a red flag if Giuliani were hanging out in Russia, but he's just saying, oh, just go to Ukraine. Okay. So what the hell's going on with this? And then this really drives me to the question of whether what is this plan? Is there going to be foreign interference in 2020? And if right, or what's going on with that? And then also, because I've been thinking so much about it and watching a lot of these 9/11 documentaries, it's hard to imagine that Giuliani went from, his legacy was fine as a person. He was a little strange, as a mayor or whatever, but 9/11, that's when he was made. He became a household name. Okay. So you see what I'm saying? So that's interesting. Okay. You know what I mean? It's like, that's so strange. Yeah, I know that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. Like, it's more like, it's so strange. It's so strange that how could he, it's like, what goes through someone's mind? It's so strange. They had this legacy. He didn't seem, clearly doesn't care about his legacy, or how people thought of him as connected to the whole 9/11 thing, and how he helped the city. At least here he was, right. There were some problems, but still, he's like, you couldn't shake the legacy that around 9/11, and now this. It's so strange. Okay, so what's going to happen to him, and what's happening? Well, clearly, guys, Trump is really obviously going after, like, he's kind of trying to get foreign powers to help him out. Okay, it's so strange. It's like, why? It's so bizarre. Like, you don't need to. You know what I mean? And it's like it's not just that he's going to these TV shows and talking bullshit, is that he's actually actively looking for interference help, right? So it's like, wow, it's sometimes, it's just hard to believe, guys. Not that I ever thought he was like, but I don't know, that he's like an angel or something, but it's like, wow, why? So I'm kind of interested today in looking at the character of Giuliani. Okay, just because, like I said, guys, late in the last few days, I have been watching a lot of 9/11 documentaries, and there he is in a lot of them, because he was the mayor at the time. So it's like so strange to see that this guy, he's just, I don't know, he was present in this very amazing, moment when New York was all about you being united and all those things, and then suddenly he's like, I don't know. it's so strange to me, honestly. Like, at least then, there was like this moment of like undeniable historical bias towards him, right? He was not a perfect guy, but there he was. He became a hero when the whole 9/11 thing happened, and then he threw it in the garbage. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why. I don't know. So I'd like to know, And then what's going on with the foreign interference to help Trump? So I linked also to an article that came up. Okay. So this is it. Okay. And then, yeah. So, so it's just like, it's so strange, the whole, but I don't know, just bizarre, this whole thing. And, so I'd like to know what's going on with Giuliani. Okay. And then what's going to be, because I feel like, he had this legacy, clearly doesn't care, but what's going to be? Is he going to, I feel like, guys, just because, in other words, what he's doing already in itself, just what he's done this year is probably illegal. He could be indicted for something, just for like going. Okay, think about it. If you go to Ukraine, it's like, hey, can you mess with the elections? Like if I went over there, it's like, hey, can you mess with the elections for me? That's a crime, right? I don't think you could be like soliciting help from foreign power. I don't know. It doesn't sound like very legit. You know what I'm saying? Like very, So that's kind of strange. Okay, and then, guys, there's several interesting smaller pieces of news. Okay, but for example, is Israel planted listening devices near. Did you see this news about Israel planted listening device near the White House? Very strange. Okay, very strange. Like, okay, so what's going to happen with that? And then McCabe, that's right, McCabe, so then the White House, of course, the whole propaganda thing, they want to, let's him, we're going to get him. But in the meantime, so I think the government pushed the propaganda that they said, oh, we want to indict him, but they didn't. Ultimately, they didn't indict him. They just pushed this news to create bullshit propaganda. But I'm sorry, but McCabe is a witness against Trump. Isn't that kind of a problem here? It's pretty obvious. Yeah, that's right. They refused. So it's really like, what the hell, man? It's like, come on. And then there's more here. Okay, so then there was this, guys, and it's interesting because all these things are kind of big, but considering how Trump, whatever, everything's going on, it's relatively small. So Sessions is going to be investigated by the House, where he's going to have to talk. Okay, so because of his whole, it says here, the House Democrats pursue Sessions for testimony in impeachment probe of Trump. Okay, so let's see what's going to be of that, and then there was this thing, guys. So Justice Sonia Sotomayor, dissent accused the majority of her colleagues of bypassing the court's ordinary procedures in order to bail out the Trump administration. So they're basically helping out the Trump administration in like doing the thing against the asylum thing. So I still, guys, I know this is one of those topics that comes back on and off about the Supreme Court. Is this going to be undone like I saw, right? Because clearly now they have a lot of the right-wing people, okay? So anyway, so the links are there if you want to look at the articles. And then, guys, I mean, I still, to be honest, the thing about the Democratic debate, to be honest, I'm not participating too much in this. I'm just kind of waiting. I feel like it's early. I don't really care too much about doing in 2020, at least right now. It feels like I've done on and off, and it's kind of like, it's a little, I don't know. So we could just look at it quickly. I don't want to do a very in-depth thing, okay? Right? I don't want to do, honestly, because it's like, it's kind of early on, but I just want to do a quick thing about it. But I know some of you have asked, okay? And, yeah, and so this is it, okay? So, and I have to say something, like, I like Kamala Harris a lot, but like the fact, the guy he's like one of the people who helps with fundraising. He's the husband of her sister. The sister is a campaign manager. He works for Uber. He's a chief legal officer for Uber, and I'm just like, Uber, you can't win if the guy is like chief legal officer of Uber, and the Uber guy, he's like, Uber guys is like, if you're a Democrat, you cannot. I'm sorry, you can't side with Uber. Uber is like everything that's wrong with the world. Okay, So I'm just like, I write to them like, Tony needs to quit. He needs to quit, or he's gonna drag Kamala down. So I don't know, guys. We'll see what happens. Okay. I'm just like, you can't. You're not gonna convince me. If you have a family member who's really writing, yeah, who's writing all the legal briefs for Uber, and he's the guy who's literally arguing that Uber. Did you see that California had the law? I think this week or something, that drivers are employers, not contractors. And then he's like, no, it's not true. We're actually now, the argument that Uber uses is like, no, we don't really need drivers. That's not, we don't really use drivers that often. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is like the bullshit they use. So I'm just like, you can't be involved with Kamala Harris's campaign, and like, because Uber is the most right wing thing ever. You know what I mean? That's the bottom line. So I don't know. We'll see how it resolves. Okay, I just feel like, no, no, no. So anyway, so this is it now. So here, okay, so guys, now I discussed the questions. Now, quickly before I start, I also just want to share some things. Okay, drinking yogurt. So guys, I've been, ever since 9/11, ever since that day that I went over to 9/11, I've been kind of like, that has been consuming, it's been in my mind a lot, because I've never, I told you, I never, ever since 9/11 happened, I've never looked at it. I've never watched document. I've never wanted to look, because I was not in Manhattan at the time I watched it. I was living across the river. But I remember I went up the roof and I saw the second plane hit. And but it's just like, because it's so weird, it's very weird to watch these documentaries, because that's very different from what I experienced, right? Because as I was telling you guys, you didn't really know what was going on. There was no television, there was no phone. It was complicated to even know what's going on. So when I was watching, guys, it was even more traumatic, like, because you're like, wow. And I don't know if you know this, but I think in the US, guys, um, I don't know if it happened to you, but in New York, they would never saw the images of people falling from the buildings. I think it was abroad, but I never saw them. I think they were not putting it on television here. Maybe, I don't know. But I was like, wow, it's crazy. So then guys, it happened again. So last night I was watching this documentary, and there was this one person who died. It was a really amazing documentary. So again, I saw how he died, guys. And it was very, but I was very tired. I've been tired in this week, and I was like, oh my God, am I sick? Sometimes I'm like, oh, I have. Sometimes I think, these things. Oh my God, maybe I have like a serious disease or something. Like, I'm dying. I want to die. I mean, people think about these things on and off. Okay, so it's just like, guys, it's serious. Like, look, her sister and working better. Yeah. So I was, thinking of all these things. I've been kind, in a crisis, but sometimes you think about these things. Okay. So then, like, I was watching the guy. So I saw how he died and the bodies and everything. So I saw all of it. Okay. So I could kind of see it happening, and it was still like a very difficult to process. It's still difficult to process that it all happened. That's why, see, when you see the goriness of everything, and then you see the clean, it's so clean, and that's why it feels so unresolved, because the harshness of everything that happened, it was so much, and the pain and all of it. So then I go to the thing, so then I was like listening, I was like, and then I did a kind of a prayer for myself, because sometimes I'm like, I feel, guys, I mean, everybody does that in a way or another. I'm like, oh, I have more to do in this life. I want more. I want this. I want that, whatever. And sometimes I feel like I'm not, it's hard, it's not hard. Like, it's not like I'm in a super serious crisis or whatever, right? Yeah, so I talked, Indivisible. Maybe you didn't see it, but I think it was the last time that I talked to the guy, or did it 2 times before, 2 days before, I think. Not the one, yes, on Wednesday, but the one, or maybe it was Wednesday. I don't remember. But I spoke to the guy of 9/11. So it was very nice, actually. It was the last one. But I just wanted to say this. So then I asked, like, the stuff, like, what is the advice, the advice for us, like, on a personal level, not because the other reading, the guy already gave very good advice. And he said, life is just a dream. It was like about the stuff, like, what do you do? And it says you have to take it like that. That in some ways life is just a dream, and a lot of the limits that we think that exist are not there. So you just have to do it. You have to try, and you can't let the heaviness weigh you down too much. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you think you can't, or you're old, or you're this or that, whatever. And you just have to just do it, and kind of be more playful. That's kind of the sense when you think about it. Life is just a dream, because he was saying that, like looking back at his life and all the things he did, and then watching, because I saw them observe after they passed, they observed what was happening, and it feels like a dream to them, like their life was just a dream, and that everything there's it's like we're living in some ways of kind of a dream, that we can affect it, but it's not. It's like more elastic than we think, and that things are not as set in stone as we think they are. So it's very interesting. Okay, it's like I just thought it was like very, I don't know, it was very profound. And I don't know, it's just like it's interesting. We think like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. It's like, no, it's a dream. So because I think a lot of us think, oh, I'm crazy, I'm this, I'm weird, or whatever, I want to do this, but who knows, who cares? And it's like you have to try, you have to get it out of yourself. That's my motto, I guess, or my thing, that I was like, I have to get it out and just do it, because you never know. Like, because I think we have this, like, it's a weird thing. The heaviness has to do with limitations of perceive, but at the same time, the greatness, it's almost like if you jump, the world will catch you, like, not like 9/11, no, no. But it's just like it's like, but in that sense that you have to like think of the dream aspect of life, and that those things are possible. You know what I mean? So hi guys. You know, so anyway, so that's it. And so yeah, yeah. So I've been kind of emotional about 9/11, trying to resolve the whole thing, in my mind, of all this stuff that happened, all those people that died, and all, like, and it was really disturbing, guys. I have to say again and again how disturbing it was to go down there and see this bizarre, I don't know, the bizarre thing that is like this whole cleaned up thing. It's so strange. It's not how it is. So so anyway, so anyway. Yeah, and it was just like, my God, guys, the bodies was so strange. When people died, how they die, and like how the thin line, in those moments of danger that you're like trying, and then all these people are like, oh, they just kind of like become a thing. They cease to have a soul, okay? And it was like so strange to see them, like people stepping over their bodies, and like, oh, like, I don't know, it's very bizarre. And then the guy, and then the whole thing, the guy dies or whatever. I think the building crashed. But it's like, the stories are so moving, guys, because some people want to stay and help another person who can't walk, and the person who stays dies too, and they have kids. So it's kind of like, oh my God, it's very strange. It's very scary, right? Like, how, I don't know how, like, why some people survived and not, and like, think for the people that survived is such a, I don't know, it must be, such a, they feel guilty, that they how, why did they survive and others didn't survive. So anyway, so it is what it is. But I feel like I rested last night. I went to bed this morning. I finally slept enough, and I feel rested about it. I feel like I'm not being kind of, you know, like disturbed about it or whatever. So anyway, so this is it. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So this is it. Okay. So so that's that. Now, and I just wanted to say, guys, why am I thinking about it now? Why am I thinking about it now? I'm thinking about it now because two things: the unity that I experienced at the time. Okay. And then second thing, that we will rebuild after this. And the same thing, if we rebuilt after 9/11, we can rebuild after this, after the Trump thing. Okay. That's what I think. That's what I think. Okay, so let's start. Okay, guys, let's get started. Okay. So, all right. So, okay. So guys, I'm kind of, like I said, we're talking about 9/11. Okay, let's go now into the 9/11 thing, connection with Giuliani. Okay. So first, let's start with like kind of the bigger question, okay, which is, how come Giuliani went from being this kind of somewhat heroic I'm not saying that Giuliani is perfect or that he's whatever, but back in the day, he was like anybody really who was in government then, even Bush, he was, oh, look, he was, and I'll be honest with you guys, I remember at the time kind of being like, oh, look, it's a Republican president. They're like harsh on, they're like defended, good on defense and stuff. So I was like, to be honest, I felt kind of safe with whatever. Not saying that he didn't have whatever. Long story, but it's strange. Trump knows this well, right? That in moments of a catastrophe, right, catastrophe, is that right? Catastrophe. What I don't know, catastrophe and all those things. The politicians that deal with that, if they do an okay job, even okay job, bare bones job, they win. So think about Giuliani. What the hell? There he was, and how come he descended so low to be with Trump? I don't understand. Like, doesn't he see the value of the legacy that he got just because of 9/11? Okay, just because he was there, and then like there, like he sunk so low. Why? What happened to him? I'm not saying, like I said, it's not that I think he was a great guy or anything like that, but wow, it's a really huge step down. Okay, from where he was to like what to like does why what happened? Okay, I mean, I know some of you have said, oh, money, but money, like, I don't know, just seems, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, really? Like, it's so, yeah, I don't know. Who knows? We'll find out. Okay, maybe some people, of course, speculate that he got rid of the Italian mob to give room to the Russian mob. But I feel like, honestly, when I think of the stuff of the Italian mob, it looks like it's like child's play next to what we're seeing today. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm gonna change the 1 second location. I'll be. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll find out. Okay, it's just I don't know. I know. Okay. So what happened to Giuliani? How did he go from 9/11 to this? Like what? So strange. It's so strange. Okay. Because you like people like who are present in these historical moments, they have a kind of a, I'd say a credit or something. Think about it. You have this connection to a historical event that is so strong that it's like you have like an amazing legacy, right? That is hard to screw it up. So why did he screw it up? Like, think about it. You have to manage to do a lot in order to screw up something this big. You know, that's what I think. So it's like, what the hell, right? What the hell? Like what? Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna do this here. Okay, so I'm gonna just get some cards here. So what the hell, Giuliani? What the hell happened? Oh, look. Oh, entangled. That makes sense. And that's it. First card. Okay, so he's entangled and balanced, getting what he wants. Okay. Okay. So, oh, entangled. Oh, here, guys. Now it's kind of okay. This is very interesting because remember how in the past I would see with Juliana, this is a guy talking. So I've always it's always comes up, even though to me I have a hard time believing that he's talking. You know. Okay, so that he is collaborating. I don't know. It's strange to me. Okay, but so we'll see. Okay. Oh no, burning building. Oh, exposure. Private. Okay, so the question is, how come he went from 9/11? Right, 9/11 is literally the burning building, right? So, okay, so entangled, cutting success, sudden success, cutting success, the burning building. Imbalanced opportunity, victory, exposing the truth, and then getting what he wants, talking. Now, this is the woman, financial losses and something in private. Okay, so okay, so I need to get more information, more questions, and more information here, guys. But I'm still, this is what is strange, is that I still feel like he's half and half. Okay, guys, please don't get me started on this 9/11 conspiracy theories. Do not post it here. Okay, I don't want to hear like this whole bullshit. Okay, I'm sorry, like that's not the place for it. I saw it in my own eyes. Okay, so like I mean, like, I'm gonna delete this indivisible. I know you don't mean it like, negatively or whatever, but I just like, to me, it drives me crazy when I see conspiracy, like Giuliani, like they plan 9/11, or like there's a lot of like conspiracy theories. I do not come to my channel to, maybe you believe it, maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't care. I saw it, and I'm very offended when people like think that it's just that easy or whatever it is. So I feel like not Saudi Arabia is much more connected to this than we think, and the Saudi Arabia government. But this all like, this whole thing of like, all these people are involved. You have to stop and think of who wins when we think like that. Okay, so anyway, so this is just like for me, and I don't want to read it. I want to focus on the reading, and I'm gonna delete messages that is like about that stuff. Okay, so sorry, because it really, I just, it upsets me. Okay, I know it's like, not, you don't mean it, you don't think it's, for whatever reason you believe it or not, but it's just like, to me, I find it really like, yeah, anyway, I just can't deal. Okay, so I'm gonna try to actually pop out the live thing. Okay, because I can't handle it. Okay, so sorry, I need to focus on the reading, so I'm not gonna look at the comments. Okay, so going back here. Okay, so anyway, so it shows that in a weird way. Now this, I have to find out more here. This Grazia is, it could be the 9/11 thing that he was successful, but he is entangled. I think, guys, clearly he had some sort of entanglement with. Oh, interesting, with the crime. Okay, this is the thing. I'm getting this too, and I always got it about him. Okay, that he, in a weird way, I see he's like, oh, like being an informant. He dealt with a lot of informants, and he feels like he's the person who walks both worlds. He thinks he can manage it. He thinks he could kind of like be an informant but also work for the. It's kind of strange. I don't really understand what he's doing. I think he's doing very shady things that are criminal, but he seems to think that he can get away with this because he's eventually going. It's sort of like he's kind of weighing who. He's the kind of person who's going to turn coat like against Trump as soon as the water changes. I don't know him. I don't know him. Who? No. I'll tell you everything. Like he's a very sly character that he's like, I'm using it to kind of benefit, very opportunistic. Okay, which I feel like in his mind he can absolve himself as long as he tells the things or some of the things. Okay, because he's here, you said, like I said, guys, it suggests that the success that he had was related to 9/11 in a way, right, to his legacy from 9/11. But he is entangled, not necessarily with 9/11, but in general. See, this is an entanglement, makes him imbalanced. And this is like cutting, removing the opportunities. There's something like that he feels like he's walking on a very tight rope. Okay. And that's what he thinks, because this is exposing the victory, but at the same, you see what I'm saying? So I feel like he has a distorted idea of his own ability to look not culpable. He's like, no, man, guys, you know me. I was in the FBI. Yeah, you know me. You know me. Yeah, I'm Rudy Giuliani. Nobody, you know me. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a bad guy. He thinks he can get away with this, and it's a dangerous game here, I think. Okay, so now let's go back to another car home. Okay. Okay, so what is up? How did he descend from 9/11 to this? 9/11 talker, getting his stuff. Then mayor, then what? He was New York mayor. He got things he wanted. What was it? How did he get with Trump? It's saying that he was always kind of a crook in a way. He was always somewhat corrupt. And that this is interesting, guys, very interesting. So this is kind of interesting. So as he got the kind of the golden halo of 9/11 over him, he felt like he had impunity, right? He could do anything. Nobody would believe him to be some sort of criminal. So it's like the more he rose in prominence, the more opportunities were given to him to be corrupt or to get in with things, or like he started to enjoy the lifestyle and the limelight, and he wanted more. And that's really what it's all about. But I feel like he's one of those people, guys, who's like kind of like a shady operator, or like he's very sly. He's like a fox. And he's got a huge ego. So I feel like he's just an opportunist. He has no real, even the thing with the mafia, it's saying he was like, he knew it was a great opportunity to make his name, and his name was more important. You know what I mean? Someone's like that, like, oh, I'm Rudy Giuliani, and I have a name, and I have this. It's so it's like his ego took over, and it's like it goes back to what I was saying earlier just now. This idea of the historical coincidence. Oh, there I am, in the historical, like, oh, I was at this event and I saw this and whatever. So now I can, you know what I mean? So it's kind of interesting. So okay, but what's gonna happen next? Okay, so okay, so but I still have the question: how the hell did he get with Trump? I don't think I have necessarily the answer from this. I see it that he has some like a crook things or whatever. So how did he get with Trump? Okay, like simple question, right? How did he get with Trump, especially the campaign? How did he get with Trump? Yeah, I mean, guys, it's kind of weird here to me again that this is the sun is like defeat upside down. So causing a defeat, anger, and deal. I feel like he kind of, I mean, I almost don't believe the cards. They're kind of suggesting there's something like he wants to show the truth about Trump, or there's something here. Okay, it's kind of strange, like he actually believes that he's gonna take him down in some way. I find it hard to believe. Okay, so creating the defeat is his strength, and but then this is a card of mistake. He feels like he could, like I said, this very strange duality where he feels like he can both be a criminal and also take the guy down. I don't know, guys. It's weird to me. Okay, so I don't know. It's like very strange, very hard to. And I remember when I said this before, be like, wait, why you're crazy? He's not on our side in any way. But what it suggests is that he's basically like an informant. Because all these people who are working with the mafia to take down the mafia always said that you have to get an informant, otherwise it's very hard to do an investigation. You have to get an insider person who knows what's going on to take him down. So that's what it shows. But sometimes informants are very bad people and they commit crimes, so he could have taken advantage of being an informant, and you know what I mean. But it definitely shows that I think he is some sort of informant. Okay, I believe it. I could be wrong, doesn't mean that I know whatever. So you know what I mean. It's just like, yeah, so it's weird. Okay, so I feel like, and I feel like sometimes you've seen these things where people say, some even people of like the Trump campaign, like what's his name, that guy, Michael Flynn, he says, oh, I'm going to collaborate, but he doesn't because he commits crime. So I think Giuliani is on that boat, that he thinks he's gonna know, I'm going to talk, I have information. He probably does, but at the same time he's also committing too many crimes. So maybe, okay, so how does is he okay, let me just ask, so is he loyal to Trump? How does he feel? Is he going to betray Trump? Is he loyal to Trump? Is he going to betray him? And is he going to go to prison? Like, what the hell? Okay. So then, guys, isn't that weird? It's like a very strange kind of moment here, I feel like, for me. Okay, so is he going to betray Trump? What's the deal? Or he's going to be loyal to him, or what? Okay, so what's going to happen to him in relationship to his connections, the Trump campaign? Okay, so Yeah, but as at the same time, I this is interesting because this is very soon the law upside down against the kids and fighting. Okay, so he's aggressive because oh, that's right, the aggression, exposing the enemy, and then private. And I feel like this is the thing. I think things end badly for him. I feel like he misjudged. That's what I was saying before, guys. He was an informant to a degree, but it got to a point where like this is a group of people fighting the older man or fighting for the older man, and then here he can't assert himself, and this something happens in private where he's exposed, or like his connections to the foreign power are exposed also could be. You see what I'm saying? So it's like this is he receives a letter about a negative news from the league, something legal, and it's private or something he's done in private. So he has to respond to this. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like it could also indicate that he's done it for money. And he really, like a lot of those narcissists, they think they can get away with shit. But no, I don't. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I think. I think he thinks he's smarter than everybody. He's not loyal to anybody. He's just like, oh, I'm gonna, I'm here. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna whatever. Not so simple, not so easy. Okay. And so interesting, no? He's just like, it's like, oh, like he overstepped. That I think at some point he was giving information, but they were also noticing that he was like getting all these deals done, and he's a talker like Trump, okay, in that way, like, oh no, hey, don't worry about it, I could do it, no man, yeah, whatever, like, don't worry about it, like he's just, but at the same time, like I was saying, he was like he fell into I don't know, guys, if he really, how do I say this, did he really ever want to collaborate, or is it just an excuse to get rich or whatever? It's like he liked being on the edge, or and in a way he kind of liked dealing with those criminals, like the stuff, the riches and all those different things. But I just feel like I just think he overstepped the boundaries. He has committed crimes, and he's notified because of he has legal problems now. I mean, how could he not, right? How could he not have legal problems? So So it's interesting. I feel like he's notified and now he's part of this investigation. That's what I think. Okay, so interesting, interesting. So now. So now going back to Giuliani's role in the Ukraine. He's going, so did you see the news, guys? It was very shady that he supposedly went to Ukraine, because so Trump was supposed to he already gave, by the way, but earlier in the week there was news that he was supposed to go give $200 million to the Ukraine. And so he said to Ukraine, well, I'm waiting for you to start an investigation into the Biden's son, or I'm not going to give you any money. So that so who was the messenger there? It was Giuliani, right? Oh, so they apparently that he's involved in this whole thing. So what the hell? Okay. What the hell? And so now Trump was like, no, no, we're giving it to Ukraine. So, right? So what the hell? What is Giuliani gonna have to answer? I'm just gonna do. Is Giuliani gonna have to answer to the stuff he's done in the Ukraine? Oh, have to leave. Somebody leaving? Huh? Oh no, hardships, creating hardships. Oh, interesting. Impress. Oh. So it's kind of like, is he okay? Oh, long-term problems, blockages. Oh, interesting. Sanctions for Trump. News becomes news. Okay, so he leaves when the blockages are too much and there's hardships for Trump. Okay, so the question is, okay, so oh look, the parties again, waiting. He's waiting. Oh look, the until Trump goes on. Yeah, so I just think this whole thing is gonna end very badly. Okay. Look again, guys. Look at the suggestion. Has to leave. He has to look. The same column. You have these two cards. Look, the guy leaving. The Constanza upside down. The guy has to. You know what I mean? Okay, it's kind of serious here. Okay. So, oh, prison. Oh no. What? No. Lies. No. Rudy? No, he never lies. Rudy never lies. Rudy only tells the truth. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So so let's see here. Okay, so it's kind of interesting here, don't you think? So this was like this and this, okay, and then what was it here? The prison. No, really? Why? So then where was this? This is party. Wait. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting, guys, because here we have this is blockages. It really, in a way, if when you look at this thing here, it shows this is somebody trying to leave when there's blockages. It's somebody again having to leave, and then parties or fun. Okay, so then we have creating hardships for Trump, prison, and waiting. So then we have news of the lies. You see, I still feel like, guys, um the thing with okay, that's right, he has to leave. I feel like there's several things here. There's also the suggestion that he is going to this is going to be a lot more serious. It's not going to go away, and I feel like here the person who we see is Trump, the child, right? Not him. So he there's something about Trump leaving, and he was waiting for Trump to leave, and he was waiting for the whole thing to be so. So I don't know, guys. I still feel like there is more. Okay, so when the thing about the child becomes news, and then the stuff will be revealed. But I just feel like, yeah, this is all coming out, and that's just Trump is leaving. That's my sense. This all these cards here, except for this one, suggest like that this is literally like if you realize there's no way to go forward, you have to go back. These this is like a blockage, everything, and then the prison and hardship. So I feel like there's um the lies are gonna come out. Yeah, I just feel like he's very in a way he's similar to Trump. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's just like it's weird. I don't understand. Like it's almost like the whole thing is like he's waiting. I don't, my heart, guys. I don't. He think he. This bizarre thing is that he thinks he's helping to take Trump down, but I don't think he is, and nobody thinks he is. He's like, no, but I know I'm only selecting for. I'm here because I'm here because I need to know the crimes. I know it's a crime. I know it's a crime. It's sort of like it's kind of like imagine if let's say you're a cop and then you were caught in a bank robbery and then you are like with the wearing the outfit for the bank robbery. He's like, no, I'm actually just looking at criminals. I'm here because I'm observing. I'm training myself. Yeah, like it's kind of like okay, you're there. You are committing a crime. Like until when? So he actually, his mind somehow he justifies it by saying, no, but I'm here. I'm gonna see until he goes, and then I'm gonna go because I know names or whatever. So no, I just but it because it shows, guys, and this is good for us, is that the cards here suggest that it's like so everything is blocked for President, blocked for the Rayon. So then that's when Julian's like, see you later. Hey, see you later. Like when oh this time maybe this is it. When things are good, he stays around. When things are bad, he goes. So, oh, interesting, interesting. So, but I don't think he's gonna get away with it the way he thinks he can. He's in his mind. He's like, no, but I can. I'm very smart. No, hey, man, you understand? We're friends. We're friends. Yeah. So, but the good news, guys, is that Trump is totally blocked. I think. Okay. So I hope so. I hope it's true. I hope it's true. Sometimes when you look at other people, you can see how things are gonna be. But I hope it's true. I hope it's true. Yeah. Okay. So next, okay, next question. Next question is does it answer the question, guys? I think it does. But next, I want to know about the state of the foreign interference for 2020. Trump is clearly, hey, this is President Trump. Can you help me out? Can you just, I'll just change the foreign policy for whatever. As long as, can you help me out? Yeah, get some hackers, man. Get some stuff going. Yeah, yeah. So what the hell's going on with that? Trump clearly they're going after. And if you read the article, guys, it's kind of shady. Okay, the thing about those people in Ukraine connected to Russia, it's all about this connection. Um, between Russia and like the Ukraine, parts of Ukraine or whatever. So okay, so what's going to happen for interference in 2020? Oh, look, the cash money business. Okay, so what's up? Okay, so this card, guys, is important because this is harvest, shady harvest. I think this could be data harvest. Fox is treachery. Okay, and then the one, this is on their mind. Now, there's a suggestion though that this is a card of the money, discovery of money. Okay, and this is the law or some sort of legal look into the finances, and then this creates sad news. And again, there's this idea here that at the center is that these finances are being looked at and scrutinized in ways that they were not scrutinized in 2016. This is a spy and the friends of Trump, and they were right. That's it. They're caught in the business, and there was this secret meetings. Okay, so that is where it's at. Like I think they're trying to see what they can do, but it's clearly much harder now than it was then. So is okay. Let me just then ask it maybe a little differently. Is Russia maybe and others going to be able to help the Trump campaign to steal votes and do the stuff with Facebook? Are they going to do the same thing? Are they going to be able to do what they did last year? I'm sorry, last election, or not? Or will they be stopped? What's going to happen? Are they going to succeed the way they succeeded? Okay, so cards khayr. So I feel like no, in some, okay, let me just see here. This is the shady connections. This is losses and corruption, and this is a protector, the person who put Trump where he is and hopeless. So now that starts like this, and this is magician upside down is manipulation, and the moon is great because it shows what happened. Like the moon is a card that says this is what it becomes. Something becomes famous, becomes public, and this is something very upsetting. Like this means very upsetting, and a lot of losses, financial losses, and otherwise in guilt. Okay, and then the sun is something is exposed. The vision, their goals are exposed. It causes anger, and it's now this is, guys, it's an interesting card. This is a card of something not serious. It's also a card of transmission. So in some ways I feel like they don't really succeed in the ways they thought they could because they were exposed. So they can't really do anything very good or very serious because of all those things. Okay, so will Trump interfere? Will the Republicans or Trump? Oh look, oh no, delayed. His delayed. Oh, the money is right. Oh no, coffin. Why? Oh no. So yeah, so there is a shady money. The discovery of the money delays their plans. Okay, and because there's an ending. Oh no, really? No. Are you serious? Why? So no, it looks like the discovery, there's a delay. Okay. Wait, right? So that he can't do anything because of the financial stuff, and there's an ending because of this stuff. So it's kind of interesting here. So I feel like it's a very different situation, guys, because they are not just eyes, but there's a lot of stuff going on with in terms of if I get a sense here, guys, that they're not even telling us about all this stuff that's going on to stop them. And they're like, it was, guys, we were so unprepared. We were so unprepared and like, oh, what's hot? Well, good. Nobody knew exactly. Now that we know, even though we think things are just as bad, which is like they got worse in some ways, yes, because they were more developed. The fact that we know their game so much more. Even Facebook, do you really think? I feel like Facebook now is probably going to be like, oh, I don't know. Do you want to, like, really? Do they want to go there? Really? They're gonna, they're gonna. crush. Like think about all of these companies and all these people are in a very different situation now than they were then. And so they have to be very, very, very bold if they think they're going to get away with this time. So this is it. This is good because this is not serious. So whatever they do is not that serious. You know what I mean? So they still do something, but it's small, much smaller because they can't, right? Because think about it, guys. Trump's election was not legit, no matter what you say. It was a combination. And think about, guys, somehow something is telling me also about the Epstein thing. The blackmail is one of the reasons why they won. And you know who I'm getting now is so interesting. Again, Jerry Falwell, the exposure of because Falwell, guys, I was remember this when it came out that he's supposedly the most influential evangelical person. And like one of the reasons why Trump was selected was because he went for Trump right away, really early on. Why? Because of blackmail, I think. So, and it's like, oh, you have a problem, who can help you? With this stuff, like whatever. So now think about it. It's different, very different position that he was, and now So so this is it. Okay, so the money laundering, all those things. So they're kind of like, I sense that there's a lot of the sources, a lot of people don't want to get involved. Guys, there was this thing that was very true about Trump and the Deutsche Bank. Do you remember how he still owes 300 million to Deutsche Bank, and he wanted a loan that he didn't give it to him. Why didn't they give it to him? Because he was going to be president, or he was a president candidate or something. And so that in a way, no, everybody knows that if they do business with Trump now, they're probably going to be exposed. So they're less likely to do it because they don't want to pay the price. If the whole thing, if they realize that the whole thing is going to go down, they're like, hey, no, don't worry about it. We can wait it out. Because Trump, Trump's life, let's get real, is almost over. And those people, if they want to have a life after Trump, they have to get real, get with reality. Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? So it's interesting, okay? So okay. All right, so interesting. So in other words, is Trump going to succeed in manipulating the elections like he did? They're like, no, no. Mm-mm. And they're saying he can't win unless like he can't win a legitimate election. Okay. Okay. How are we gonna? Do they win? Are we gonna win Are we gonna have a legitimate election? How? State of emergency, guys. Interesting. I hope so. I hope so. I really do. They're saying it's going to be a state of emergency election. Because it's saying, guys, like remember like the fact that all this stuff happened and the Republicans suppressed it to make it to make it look like there was nothing going on. Think about it, like, guys. Think about if it was in normal times. If it was normal, if we weren't a normal government, it would be like we are being under attack right now. The elections are under attack. We can't proceed with normal like we can't proceed with machines or anything connected. Right? Think about it. If these people cared about election, okay. So if we remove Mitch McConnell and those people are gone or something happens to them, then we could, you know what I mean? Think about it. We can't really. Oh my God. Are we going? Okay. Are we going to have fair elections? 2020. We're going to have fair elections in 2020. Oh. Oh. Interesting, because this is a person who can't sleep. This is the society. This is the young women exposed and somebody leaving. Interesting. So it's going to be a lot of the public is going to be really worried because all this stuff makes them leave. Now, guys, remember that I ended up realizing that this could be about the payments of Stormy Daniels connected to the oligarch that is the same. You remember this? So let's get more. So are we going to have fair elections? This is good. This is a happy election. A little, this is good. The Ace of Cups is really very good. And then the elections. Now, weird. That's okay. The happiness, but I still want to know more here. Oh, the money, guilty money. Yeah. So, okay. So now the Lenormand thing says the public is going to know about the corrupt elections. Okay. In other words, I feel like the stuff about last election has to come out, you know? You know what I mean? The truth about it we need to know, because then if we know that, then that's what it is. Okay, so that's it. It has to come out, guys. It's a race against time. Okay, let me just ask a question that's a little bit unrelated but connected. So, is the truth about 2016, the corruption? Like, I know, this is talked about in the Mueller report and all that, but is this information going to come out before the next election? And so, because the guys, if the truth comes out, then the stuff has to be stopped. Is it going to come out before? That has to come out before. It has to come out. No, isolation about, foreign power. Is it going to come? Is the truth going to come out? They stole. That's right. Yeah, like interesting. So there's isolation. Okay, this isolation, foreign power, something stolen, a man here in legal fights. So there's legal fights going on to prevent this from being exposed. We know that, right? But the question is, will this be exposed before? Okay. Will this be exposed before the next elections? Oh, look, permanent ending. That's it. Wow. So, guys, oh my God, it's so crazy. It's so crazy because, it feels like there is, you know what I mean? It's like, they're telling us, me here, even saying, you guys don't understand. You only see what's bubbling up on the surface. Behind the scenes, there are huge fights. There's a huge, like, this card, guys. Look, it's the arm wrestling. This is actually very apt. You see, there's like all this stuff, but behind the scenes, to see they're trying so hard to prevent the truth from coming out. That's all they do. They don't want the truth. And this is the guys. It's like it's coming out, and it's telling me the thing about Nancy Pelosi. It says, like, what is it? Investigate, litigate, and legislate. So this is a slow kind of legal process, but it's gonna expose, and this is it. And in the meantime, he's gonna have to go. You see what I'm saying? So this is it. It's kind of like, it's very rough. It shows, even though, guys, it's so weird because we don't see it, right? But it shows that the battle is rough because there's all their power is being pushed on not revealing the truth. That's all they want. And at the same time, when the stuff about the Deutsche Bank stuff is revealed, he has to go. He's gone. It shows he has to go. And that is, but it's like a relatively small. I think about it, guys. It's a race against time because it has to be exposed. We're almost there. Think about it. Think about it. Like, how, think about last time. The elections were 2016, like November, right? But by 2015, the late 2015, things were already pretty, sketched out. The same thing here, right? So it seems like there's like a lot to, that they want to keep the public from under. And this is, guys, why, oh my God, I hate, oh my God, Barr, he's there to exactly prevent the public from understanding what's going on. Okay. So, okay, so next, my God. Okay, so I just feel like they're guys, they're pushing, if Nancy especially, pushing very hard to reveal this stuff, because once that's done, then we can get the guy out, get the whole administration out. And they were such criminals, right? And Trump, I do see this, like, the whole thing going down, but it's really not as fast as we wanted or whatever. It's just like he's gonna go down once the stuff is exposed, but it takes some time. Okay, so, oh my God. Okay, so, okay, guys, just quickly here, I have a question connected to this, if you don't mind, okay, and then we'll go to the other questions. I promise to go to them. But I feel like, okay, you know what I want to know is saw we had asked about this before earlier in the week, and it did come through that they started the procedures. So is this going to somehow accelerate Trump leaving or not? Is there, and what is going to happen now that it was voted for? The Democrats are pushing harder on this. What's going to happen? Is it going to do anything? Oh, interesting, interesting. So this is legal fight. Deal with the military about treason. Oh, interesting. look, this is interesting because this is about treason. Like, I'm sorry, loyalty, right? So they're fighting because the military for this is interesting, guys. This is military. Could be actual military, but it could also be their deal with a foreign. They're fighting to expose the treason. Could very well be. Okay, so is this, will they succeed now to expose? Will the House then expose Trump's treason and the document from the Russian or whatever? Okay, unburden, change. Oh, that's right. So look, guys, look, this is it. This is it. The important revelations. So somebody's going to unburden themselves. Things are going to change when the important revelations come. Guys, look how weird. Again, the card of the fake friend. It's all about treason. See, the same thing. This card here below was, you see, like, what is this revelation about? Is a revelation about loyalty. And then the fake friend, right? The person who attacks is the fake friend, helps with the attack against the US, right? So this, like, the deal to create a change. So yeah, so I feel like honestly it's gonna come out, okay? So wow. It's gonna there's and it's telling me, guys, now I see this image of Nixon finally. Back in the think about how long it took the whole thing with Nixon. So it's saying the same thing with Nixon. They're gonna be in public, okay? They're gonna have to go in public and expose the whole thing, and they're gonna talk about the document. I still do see that they talk about this stuff, but I'm like, but do you remember, guys? I saw that Trump leaves. I don't know. I still feel like kind of crazy. They're still gonna have to talk. Even if Trump leaves, they will still okay. Oh my God. So is Trump gonna okay? Is Nancy gonna be president before 2020? If Trump and Pence leave. Oh yeah. Look, impeachment card, guys. Impeachment. Interesting. Okay. Impeachment. They're thinking of a strategy, holding on. They want to hold on, but it's like the impeachment. So is Nancy gonna become president? The White House here, huh? Quid pro quo. Okay. Soon. Yeah, soon. Money problemos. Yeah, so soon. Interesting. I hope so. So financial issues. Yeah, I give you gift trap. Okay. Sick. So yeah, so I hope so, guys. I hope, I really do. It's just okay, so what else? They're gonna have to, because they're saying Trump is not the same thing, guys. Trump is not leaving. He's been asked to leave. I even think that if that Nancy was like, "Bitch, I know the truth. Everybody knows. We're gonna expose it. You want to be sitting there? You want to be sitting there when we bring it out, or what? Sit your, And he's not. He's afraid. He doesn't want to go. And oh, and guys, yesterday, this is very, oh my God, it's so interesting. Yesterday, when I was doing the prayer at night, like kind of like falling asleep, I had a vision. I saw the thing with 9/11 be inside the tower and the windows open because the building blew up, right? So then it shows that Trump is like almost like if you were 9/11, and he looks out and he sees he has to jump if he was going to remove. It's that dangerous for him to leave the tower, but the tower is crumbling. So he's gonna stay as long as he wants to stay. That's what I'm saying, guys. Trump is vindictive over what? He's not, so what? He could only play those games so that, he's not as powerful. Like, oh, he's so what? So what? Nobody, no, nobody lives forever. Nothing stays forever. So it comes to a point where he's not going to be able to do whatever, right? She's not gonna give up. So that's the truth about her. She's not giving up. She knows the truth about his treason. So okay. So okay, next. Okay, so that's it. It's a matter of removing him with the truth. Okay. So okay. So next. Okay, the sessions thing. Okay, Supreme Court. Now I want to know, if you don't mind, guys. Sorry, I can't. I feel like I can't do all the questions, but what about the Supreme Court? Okay, Supreme Court is important, and then Israel, okay, and then what else, guys? I feel like the debates is like, let me just quickly do the debates then, because I feel like it's hard to ask. I don't want to go because when people ask me who's going to win, it's very difficult because you have to go through every person. You have to look. It's all relative, but I want to know if there's anything we should know about those debates. Tell me, what's going on, who's going to win, who's out, who's in. It's showing. I mean, this is not, I feel like it's not necessarily you need me for this, but it shows me that Biden, his mind is not so well. Okay, is not doing so well. And that he's gonna get worse. The older guys are gonna go. Him and what is it? Bernie are looking less fit or something, or like less apt at the changing landscape, and that Elizabeth Warren, Kamala are a little bit. And what else? Yeah, I don't know, but guys, I don't. There's no real. I would not. I don't take it too seriously. You know what I mean? Right now, we're still in a kind of a middle state. How are things going to be resolved to the point where when are we going to know who the people are? How are we going to know when is it going to be like? Wait until towards the winter, like around Christmas or something. It's going to be easier to find out. Okay, it's going to be difficult to find out until then. Christmas, by the time, I mean, there's a lot that's going to happen. We can't. No, no, Nancy can't say because it's illegal, right? She'd have to run for president. It's not how it is. She's not even there, guys. Yeah, let's go real. Okay, but she'd have to run for president. I don't think she wants to run for president. Yeah. Yeah, so this is okay. So now I want to, guys, like I said, there's not much there to look at because it's still kind of early. Okay, so anyway, but here I want to know now. Go to now. Should I go? Let's go to the Supreme Court. Okay, because sorry, Supreme Court. So the whole thing with the asylum. You know how they said, oh yeah, he could do that. He can do that until now. Until you know he could do that for now until it goes to the courts. So what's going on with the Supreme Court? Are we going to be able to remove these? Because it's like this is, guys, the most dangerous legacy of Trump is the Supreme Court. So do we have any chances of like changing things? Okay. So okay, so do we have any chances of what's up with the Supreme Court? Oh, interesting. So this okay, I thought it was North Carolina. Cynthia, not South. I don't know, maybe there's something I don't know about South Carolina. I thought it was North. Is it North Carolina? I don't know. South. Or is it South Carolina? I don't know. The one, but it says the guy was expected to, it's very hard to change. This is a very highly Republican era section or something. So I don't know. But let's see. I want to know. Okay, so sorry. This is like under. Okay, so the question is about Supreme Court. How are we gonna? I think it was like this. Oh, is it, I don't know. I don't know. Was it like this? Yeah, I don't know. See, I think it was like this. It was like this. Okay, so Supreme Court. Wow. So guys, I feel like there's more to come, okay? Okay, so here we have now this is a card of moving on from disappointment. This is a snake, like a spy or a person, trouble person. This is warmth, and this is a doctor solution, okay? So then we have the wrong focus. Then we have there's a lot of letters. Letter, everybody, letter, huh? Letter. And then again, this is a card of the letter upside down. Bad news. The longing, shit gets real. Okay. Then this is a card of blackmail. It really is. And this is secret. Okay. So then we have here like some money like trying to save money and the letter. So what does it say? guys, I feel like now this is a, this is what I think. Okay, there's some sort of whistleblower that this writes this letter about, what is it, the secret blackmail. There's evidence that somebody who I don't know, that this whole thing with the Supreme Court was connected to this, like one, two, three letter cards. Okay. So there is information, but I think also possibly some sort of indictment or something connected to this, where the snake letter, the problem letter, tells us the secret. Okay, so the disappointment, because there's a lot of pressure for them to do this. Okay, so the solution got real, and you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it suggests here that, like, look at how much this is all related to information. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. And then the problem, so and I just feel like there's a lot of stuff. I see Kavanaugh's face. I think there's information here that there was money exchanged to put the Supreme Court people in place, and that the reason why they went in there knowing that they owed money to people, and I'm getting the Federal Society. There's just a lot here, guys. Kind of strange, okay? And that, oh my God, are they going to leave? So are these Justice Department? I'm sorry, these Supreme Court justices are going to leave, because that's what it looks like. Okay, regardless of the, because the how do I say this, guys? So the logic before was that the logic before was that if the Trump administration goes down, then so does everything, which makes perfect sense. But there is more to it now. That on its own, um, it's bad enough. Okay, regardless of, right. So what is it? Okay, so I'm just trying to think, guys. Okay, let me just ask. Okay, I still feel like two things. One is the Justice Kennedy thing. Don't you think the whole thing could not, did he give info? I said before, guys, is that it? Is that it? Is that the person who gives? Because if he goes and says, look, I did, I was blackmailed, or if there was something where they discovered this, what the hell? Right? So what's going on? What's going on with this? How is this the Justice Kennedy thing? Or then we ask if it's Kavanaugh or what? Is it Justice Kennedy? Oh, White House. Oh, interesting, no? Money, that's right. Personal finances. The friend. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. So they're looking into how to execute something. The White House, personal finance, and a friend. Oh, uh-huh. Who could it be? The boss. It could be the force of finances of Trump, right? It could be the boss in the White House has a friend. Who is a friend? I give you loans for him. I give loans for him. So okay, so is this gonna is okay, will Justice Kennedy be the key witness to this? Because his son, guys, the son, think about it. If the son really, okay, think about it. If the son is involved in giving loans to Trump, guys, come on. It cannot be normal. Okay. So is this because of his son? Is this somehow connected or what? Oh, look, the travel of foreign power, interesting, no? Oh yeah, key witness. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Woo! Surprise! Look, oh my god, I have goosebumps, guys. Look at this card. Surprise! Negative surprise. Ooh, hello. Yeah, I have a witness, key witness, a surprising witness. Yeah, think about it. Don't you think, guys? Come on, come on. So is Justin? That's right, his name, right? Justin Kennedy, then a witness on the thing. Oh my god, guys, it's too much. It's too much. So I need to know informations. I need informations. I don't rest until I have informations. I need informations. Oh my god. So what are the questions, guys? What are the questions? What are the questions that we ask here? So, oh my god, I'm just thinking here, guys. Okay, so is he gonna derail then Kavanaugh? Let's just say Kavanaugh, okay? Because that's the guy that right? Wasn't that him? Wasn't that Kavanaugh? Right? That was Rayon. That was Rayon, right? Is that Kavanaugh? Is that why? Is that going to derail? What's going to happen to Kavanaugh as a result of this? Oh, victory upside down, huh? I wonder. Oh, there's a man. Is that him, Kelena? Squee? Is that him, Squee? Oh, yeah, he has information, negative information about him and his shady victory. Oh yeah, is that him? Is that him? Oh, is that going to impact him? Oh, look, guys, this is very good. This is old. This is old secret. Yeah, well, interesting. Hope for us. For us, I hope so. I hope so. Oh, the man with money. That's right. More, guys. I'm sorry. I need more information. I need the clarity, total clarity. Squee? Is that him? Squee? Love. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Living room. I have secrets. Oh yeah, a lot of money. Look, that's it. Come on, let's get real. Let's get real. This is all about the guy with the coins on the table. Somebody put money on the table in private, okay, so he could get. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He was happy. The loyalty was bought. Okay, is that it? Okay. Okay, guys, I need to close my eyes and then put on my earphones because you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of like these. Oh my god. Okay, so there are several things. Let me just close my eyes because that way I can concentrate better. So one is that it looks like Justin Kennedy will talk about how this information was he's somehow connected to this whole thing. Okay, number one, and then at the same time they pay off the loans because then the guys, these people are very smart. They need to not just they need to get the guy to be in debt to them so that he's never gonna, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, but he's a puppet. Okay, if he owes you stuff, he's a puppet, and I feel like he's a gambler. Remember, guys, this thing I think I said before, he's a gambler. Somebody even said he was a gambler. Isn't that a story? There was a story about a gambler. Do you remember this? I feel like he's a gambler. I don't know. There was a story here. So, he was a gambler, right? There was a gambling something. I see him drugs also. He spent money on drugs. Like he's a cocaine addiction or something like that. I don't know, guys. I swear, I feel it. I was like, yeah, he was like a crazy guy. But he was very well connected with that society, whatever. Federal society. I was like, yeah, let's get him. Let's get him. Because then, guys, those people are easy to control, you know? My God. Okay, so then they get him. Oh, they're like, yeah, put him in. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, next. So then what happens next? So how do they find out? Okay, how do they find out this information? Okay, we know, guys, we know that to be true. Like, I'm sorry, let's get real. Nobody thinks that Kavanaugh was not legit. The thing was it? No, I don't think it was. So how do they know? How do they know it's not legit? We know it's not legit, but what is the evidence? What is the evidence? Guys is saying, I'm like, I hope so, because guys, think about the risk of this investigation. It's saying something like they're tracing back all his expenses, the finances. It's all, guys, think about it. So many of these investigations you can win if you trace the money. Like, what are the money if they go into his accounts? Okay, and they're like, where does the money come from? Who deposited this money? How does it, so slowly walking back. And those people never think about it. Like, do you think the government would ever investigate a Supreme Court justice money? They would think, no, nobody's going to do that. It's very risky. So that's why they're going back, because it's connection to the mob. I swear, I see a Russian person. I really do. Okay, it's like one of those oligarchs, and it is connected to the Federalist Society. Okay, it really is. Oh my God. And it's like I told you before, guys, I still see like somebody who looks like a random person who's not connected to Kavanaugh at all. You know what I'm saying? So okay, so who is investigating this? Oh my God, there he is. There he okay. Oh my God, guys, I'm sorry. I'm on too many questions. So you know who I saw now? Then it's Justice Kennedy talking, but this is what I don't understand. If Justice Kennedy was, he knew this was obviously illegal. And what made him leave? You know what I mean? What was it? Like, what was it? It was it that he had to do it? Did he regret what was it? I need to know. Why did he leave if he knew all of it? So why did he leave? Because the son, they're saying the son, something about his son. There was like this, like what is it? He was death threats on the son. Death threats on the son. Oh my God, guys. I still go back. I still go back to the image. This is legit. You can look it up. So Ivanka visited Justice Kennedy, but 1 week before he quit, and he had already picked the person who were going to be their clerks. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Bye, Jess. Go push the negative. I can't. This is like if I go by what you think, if I think like that, then I'll never get up. Okay. If you like, oh, but Barr is there. No, it's not how it is. Okay. If Barr hasn't been able to stop even the other things. So I don't, like you can't, you have to, this is not the point. Okay. The point is that I need to find informations. I need to find it. You know what I mean? Don't you think, guys, if it's like we have to, because then, right? I don't know. I just need to know. Okay. I need to know this. And that's just like, okay. So, all right. So I can't, guys, I can't be, especially now, this is like such a difficult investigation from this moment that I need to focus on this. I can't have like, oh, but this is not going to work. Like, bye. See you later, alligator. Seriously, like I have to focus. I have to at least find out the complete truth because it's going to be a long thing. Okay. This is not going to, if Trump leaves, guys, when Trump leaves, the whole thing is going to come out. It's not like anybody forgot about it. Okay. So, but let me just go back here. So, because I see Justice Kennedy then talking. Who is he talking to and what is he saying? What is the evidence? Then he goes, he's very scared for his son. Then he talks to some sort of a high level FBI person, I think. And then that's right. They threatened the son. Like, really, but don't worry about it, guys. It's just like, because I have to focus. I really do have to. They threatened the son. He's like, and then after he thought about it, he's like, threatened the son. And then she went, I was like, Ivanka went to speak to me about it. Okay. And she said something like, oh, we know where, something to that effect to have information. We have information. I have it. So he was just very, because guys, Justice Kennedy, he had hired the clerks. Think about it. You don't hire the clerks if you're going to leave. Don't you think if he had actually decided to quit, he would have quit in a more, there would be, right? It's kind of strange here. So he quits because, okay, and then, oh, this is right. When he saw the spectacle of the Kavanaugh thing, he realized what this was about. Oh, that makes sense now. Because at first he was like, oh, she said, oh, guys, she was saying something like, Justice Kennedy, it's not going to look good if the truth about your son comes out, is it? I don't think it will. I don't think it's going to look good at all. So he didn't quite understand, what she was saying something truthful about the son, the stuff coming out about the son, him looking bad, and to protect his son, he's like, we're going to let you resign. Don't worry about it. They didn't tell him the plan, right? I follow Moral Compass of Dead. I like rape my child. I rape child. So no, guys, seriously, like, oh, nice, nice. At least she admits. I'm glad she's not hypocrite on it. She's not hypocrite. I'm not hypocrite. I tell truth. I tell truth. I abuse my child. I like that. So, oh my God, exactly. So exactly. So this is it, guys. So that's what it is. After this whole thing happens, or as he's watching the Kavanaugh, he's like, I'm gonna go talk to somebody. I'm gonna talk to somebody. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk. Oh yeah. So he talks about it. He talks about the stuff. Okay, and then the thing, because there's no actual, because I mean, think about it. Who are you gonna believe? Just like Justice Kennedy or Ivanka Trump? I think I'm gonna go with Ivanka. She's truthful. She's truthful, truthful. She's very truthful. Yeah, I believe her. I believe her. Nobody says no one, right? So guys, okay, so it's saying, okay, so that's it. So guys, it's so many parts. Think about how complicated. So then they get him out. They nominate Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, meanwhile, is like a rehab king. Hey man, you see me? I met him in rehab. I'm sure he's gone to rehab, secret rehabs or whatever. Yeah, man, whatever. Like, so you go at points, he hates he's really upset about this whole thing. Okay, how they have debased the Supreme Court and everything like that. So then he goes to the informations, and then he made the son interesting. Guys, I feel like both the son and Justice Kennedy could talk. And can you imagine a trial? Who's the witness? Justice Kennedy. Good. Yeah. Good luck with that. Call him trash. Like, I mean, seriously, if anything, would you want, is a pretty convincing person. Pretty convincing. I believe him. Oh yeah, I believe his truth. His truth. No, really, I would believe him. And his son, both of them, too, too. And then he actually talks. He's like, "Oh yeah, I struggle with drugs, and I had a high addiction to cocaine and hookers. I think he had some hooker. The guys, I remember there was one time I did a reading, and one of the earliest times this came out, that they had the tapes. I have a tape. They were the tapes of me and Garla. Tape of me and Garla. Yeah, tape. So he did, it was like the whole thing. He tells a story, like whatever, his redemption story or whatever. So like, okay, so but what is the context of this? What is what is the context of this? What investigation? Which one is it? Investigation, guys. It's called the public corruption. Oh, what's happening? It says here is the corruption. It becomes a corruption about Kavanaugh. Before, it's kind of like they have to. I mean, guys, I feel like it's hard to. Oh, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? Oh my God. Wow. But is it gonna come out? Is it gonna come out, the stuff? When? Is it gonna come out? Oh, oh my God. See the card. One more here. One more. Yeah. Look, the offer by the foreign power on behalf of baby, or for baby, aka Trump and the White House. Okay. So there was an offer. That's right. So, but guys, okay, I need to know. Now I need to have, okay. So, okay, but what is the context of this investigation? Or when is it gonna come out? Guys, I feel like this is crazy, okay? I just feel like I still feel like, is it going to be now or later? When? What is the context of this? When? Oh, this is real estate. That's right. People building something. The gamblers. That's right. They're looking into the Russian mob and been gambling. Sad, okay. And what? Yeah, no, worry. They're worried and sad and worried. So, oh my God, guys, I just feel like this is going to come out and other things. Interesting. That's right. Maybe it can't come out until the Deutsche Bank stuff is public. I just feel like this is so bombastic that I feel like it actually can't come. It really can't come out until, because guys, think about, Trump is not gonna, and it's true that the thing about Barr, they're not gonna let this shit come out, because that, as long as guys, who has to go is Mitch McConnell, because Mitch McConnell's great dream is that all of the courts are far right. So they're going to do everything in their power to make this private. And they're saying this is Rose. One of the things that you keep seeing, you're seeing that there's a lot of fights behind the scenes. This is one of them. And there's so much, think about, there's so much dirt connected to Trump and the Russians. Yes, exactly. Black Americans came from Dutch. Exactly. Exactly. So you see, it's like, it's very serious here, all this stuff. So okay, tell me now, tell me a story, the story of how it's going to come out, and how. Tell me, I'm gonna be quiet here, guys, to see. I'm gonna see all of it, okay? I'm gonna see all the story of how this is gonna come out. So first, you have oh my God, people are shocked. This stuff, the letter comes out, the Russian letter, and the letter from Deutsche Bank, signed by the oligarch, and the stormy thing, like everybody gasps, huge gasps. Oh my God, oh my God, and then he does go, whatever. So then there was like the House continues. It looks like Nancy may go and become president, but I feel like, okay, so what happens then to Pence and all the cabinet? Does the cabinet go when he goes? Yes, they all have to go. Then they're presented in private where all the investigations going on. They're kind of like forced to leave, or they have to leave or something. And the investigation continues. All of these investigations, like even when, whether or not, or when Trump leaves or not, the investigations are going to, they're like, here, got to get to bottom of things. What's going to get to go bottom of things? And they're going to be more afraid of these investigations, because once Trump goes, there's no defense for them. So people are going to rush. I need to have conversations. They're going to beg to go have conversations, because that's the only way they can try to look good, you know? So try to like get their reputations going again. So at some point it's going to go to that. But I still feel, guys, there's more. I feel like there's more. I saw before, guys. You know who I saw? It was kind of surprising. Is that guy Neil Gorsuch may resign? Okay, he may resign because I feel like but he prefers. He is not as involved with his other people, okay, as Kavanaugh. But I feel like he doesn't think is the right thing. You know, he doesn't want. He doesn't, and he is right in a way to be like he doesn't want to be involved with this thing. He just feels like I don't know. I feel like he's kind of smart about it. Okay, so I don't know. There's something where okay, what? How does this Supreme Court thing happens? How does it happen? Indictments. Oh my God, indictments. Hmm. What about Kavanaugh? What does he do? What does Kavanaugh do once in the next? Let's say in the next year, what does Kavanaugh do? He can't sleep. Really? Military. That's right. He can't sleep because law enforcement is after him. Look at this. Has letter. Hello. This is FBI. We have letter for him. We have a letter. Yeah. Oh my God, guys, I have goosebumps. Look, two military cards. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's very official. Yeah. So we have letter. We have letter for him. He's very worried. He should be. Oh my, you think? Oh my God, Susan, you think? Okay, offer. There's an offer here. The wife, partners have a visit. Has a little visit. Yeah, a lot. That's it. That's it. Look, the gambling guys. Look at this card. No, let's talk about it. This is a gaining a lot of. What is this guy? He's gambling. He is gambling. Okay, that's it. Offer. Okay, to pay for the game. What is the offer? Somebody now looks. The guy comes. Oh, hello, knock knock. Hello, who is it? Oh, I want to pay your debts. Oh yeah. Oh. Now, what is interesting, guys, is the wife. Remember how I did a reading on her once? Remember, the wife gets an offer. Maybe the FBI goes to her. You do not like him, huh? You can talk to us. We trust you. We trust you. So imagine if she talks. Imagine she's like, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna take him down. That would be masterful. Dark secrets. I have dark secrets. Dark secrets. I have dark secrets. I have dark secrets. I have. Ooh, enemy. Guys, very interesting informations. Because I have more information. Oh, sick. He's sick. I am gambler. I am gambler. Grief and adversity. So no, guys, very serious. Very serious. So this is what okay, several things. I have to show spread. Because several things, guys, okay? Several things, okay? Hmm. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so this is very interesting. I was not expecting. I don't know what I was thinking, but so okay, so first we have now he's not can't sleep. Okay, so you see the military, in other words, law enforcement has a message for him. Okay, he can't sleep. It's like upside down. It's even worse. Very serious, very scary. Okay, sick, and then we have think is like wait, I don't know, guys. I'm confused here. Okay, so then we have that's right, offer. Now, okay, so this is very interesting. Okay, so here we have several things. This is like he can't sleep. This is he receives some sort of something from the FBI. I think this is what it looks like to me. Then it's an offer. Okay, this is an offer. Somebody comes, and again, this idea of a visit from the wife. This is a wife, and then gambling. Now, if you look, let's look at this, guys. This is interesting here because the message to the wife, or like the wife receives a notification, and what is it about? Okay, and like okay, so this is a card of and now female enemy. A lot of times in readings, especially about wives, it has to do with a lover. Okay, and then we have again this card suggests some sort of like shady thing. It could be that it has to do with a lover, or it could be that this is a military looks at how he made a lot of money related to gambling, Okay, and that creates a problem, and the problem is related to this woman. It could also be that the wife becomes the enemy because she's the, you know what I'm saying. So there's several options here. Okay, here is like he can't sleep because he got an offer, an invitation that has to do with his secrets, and then the law enforcement is visiting and talks about his weakness. And what is the weakness? Gambling, right? This is what it is. And so that is really worrying. And now, what is? Let me see about the. What is this enemy person here? I need informations. I need informations. Exposing enemy. Another enemy card. So what's the enemy here? Who enemy? Who enemy? Ooh, oh, that's right. Assistant. I have assistant. I have assistant. Secret. Uh huh. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. The White House. White House. Igor. Ooh, theft. So somebody knows something. Yeah, I just feel, guys, you know what I think is kind of great? My sense is that he's betrayed by a woman, and it could very well be that it's the wife. Okay, because you see that who gets the message? The center here is the wife. It's almost as if the FBI goes to the wife and asks her to explain something, not him. You see what I'm saying? So they may know, like I was telling you, right? Isn't that interesting? Wow. So that's what I feel like. This is the secrets of his weaknesses. So some sort of addiction would make sense, that he has some sort of gambling addiction. And that now this could mean that, guys, they could have planted, look at this, the exposure of the enemy, and there's a woman here who's fake. They could have planted the woman to pay him, or to, you know what I'm saying, like a kind of a, there's a message about the role of this woman, and they use it to kind of have her get him down, you know. Wow. Scorn, well, that's right. Yeah, there was this rumor, like I think it was a reader or something. I don't know if he had a guys, it's kind of strange. I feel like, you know what it is, like, is an extreme, and I'll say it in a good way, like a manipulation by law enforcement, where they're like, oh, look, you have, they try to use it to get her, to get him, you know what I'm saying? To get her to, like, tell us, I know you when he beat you up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know he was mean to you, but if you do this, and okay, so, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, but what happens to him then? What happened? Is he going to continue to be justice? Oh, the family down. Oh yeah. Oh, fake lord. Okay, somebody helping him. Oh, leaves. He has to leave. No, no, really? Why? Why? Court. Imagine he is absent from court because of his connections to the fake lord, to the supporter. He has to leave court. He's absent. He's not here anymore. No, I do not know him. I do not know. Who? No, I do not know him. I do not know. Do not know Kavanaugh. No. Mhm, mhm. Interesting, interesting. Yeah. Yeah. We had deal to work together. Had paid the debts for me. That's it. Quid pro quo. Waiting for something. So yeah, deal. So this is it, guys. That's what I think. Okay, it could be. This is like, oh my god, such a drama. It's like so proper. So okay, so then how does it go? How does it go here? Kavanaugh, what happens? So then, yeah, it continues. So, but guys, think about it. I mean, think about it. If we could find out the truth about every person, all these people, not it's not that I'm judging their private lives. Not the point. The point is, like, when you do these things, they're blatantly illegal. And it shows that the Kavanaugh is a lot sicker than we think. That he is an addict. Like, I'm serious. Like, he's an addict of some sort. Okay, I'm not saying that he's like, oh, I'm just an addict and I can't be responsible. But that's what it shows, like, to me, that he's an addict. He's alcoholic or something. I don't know what or whatever. He has these disease. Okay, and then that gets him down, and so he's easy to manipulate in some way because of that. But it's not going to go away. The investigations are going to get worse and continue. And those people are going to have to pay. You pay for it, right? They don't have to pay for their crimes. So, okay, guys. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go now. Wow, isn't that crazy? It's kind of crazy. So that's what I think. Okay. I feel like it's after Trump leaves, whenever that is. Okay. The stuff of the house is going to continue for years. I think it's going to take. Oh my God, of course. I mean, come on, let's go. Why would Mitch do anything else? Mitch avoid. Of course he is. He doesn't care. I think the guy, you only stop him with prison. Yeah, I think I saw this happening, guys, before, but it's just like down the line, okay? Down the line, it's going to take some, some time. Think about how much you're going to have to reorganize the Supreme Court. Like never happened before. And I think, guys, you know what I think? I see Kavanaugh as being recognized as a drunk because I think his defense is going to have a defense team or something. And it's like, no, but he had alcoholic addiction. He had alcoholic addiction. Which is true, but but it's gonna be like, so she was right after all. Okay, Dr. Ford. Think about it. I hope so. But it's just like I just think the whole thing. So that's what I think. I think Justice Kennedy, his son, they're gonna testify against Trump. They're gonna talk about but it's like they're under a lot of, what is it called? A lot of protection. Of course, they should have protection, right? Because the crimes are ridiculous. But it's kind of crazy. So that's what I think. As you know, I know it sounds almost impossible. Okay, so but I will see. All right, so have a good night, everybody. So I'll see you soon. I don't know if I'm gonna do something over the weekend, but if not, then Monday. Okay, Monday. All right. Okay, and if something breaks, then I'll do something over the weekend. If not, okay. All right. All right. Have a good one, guys. See you later, alligators. See you later, alligators. Okay. Okay. Bye.